Hey, what's up guys, Tactiholics here, and today we're talking about the Sig P320 RX. This is the full-size RX. They're also offering a compact model available on the market, and the RX is milled for and comes with a Sig Romeo 1 red dot on there. Comes right out of the box at an affordable price. 17-round magazines in the full size, compatible with any other Sig 320 magazine other than the X5, so watch that video so you see some compatibility discussion there. But everything else about this gun is bone stock. We're going to go ahead and run it, talk about the red dot, talk about how it performs in co-witnessing with the Suppressor Sights, and give you guys our opinion. Let's go ahead and get to it. This optic comes mounted and zeroed on the 320 RX right from the factory, and the Romeo 1 is pretty awesome. Takes a 1632 battery, top loading, so you don't have to take it off and worry about losing your zero or any of that stuff to replace the battery, and it has 10 brightness settings. It goes from incredibly dim, like to the point where myself and the guy behind the camera couldn't even see the dot out here in the sunshine, up to plenty bright for ambient, sunlight conditions and stuff like that. And one of the cool things about the Romeo 1 is that it is motion activated. I don't know off the top of my head right now how long the gun has to be stationary before it shuts off the dot, but I do know that as soon as you pick it up and you move the gun around, that dot comes back into place. So that extends the battery life quite a bit, and it also turns the optic back on at the brightness setting that you turned it off at or that the optic shut off at. So it maintains whatever brightness setting on a 1 to 10 scale that it was last at before being turned off, regardless of how it is turned off. Co-witnessing it with the front sight is incredibly easy. This is probably my longest run with shooting a red dot on a handgun. I've done it with other people's guns just for a magazine or two, and it took me a little bit of time to kind of get used to looking for that dot as opposed to taking fractions of a second longer to line up the sights. But it's pretty easy, it's pretty fast, pushing out to a little bit farther distances as well, 20-ish yards or so. For really being my first extensive go with shooting a red dot on a handgun, I really like it. It actually carries pretty well, which is kind of surprising to me as well, with the width of the window there. I thought it was going to be a little bit invasive to put the gun into a holster on your hip or in your appendix, and it really doesn't dig in. You can't feel it really at all. And the optic gives you a really nice wide field of view, very small window frame, if you will, so it's not obstructing anything, and a razor sharp dot. That 3-minute dot is incredibly easy to pick up, and it doesn't cover too much of the target, even when you're shooting at smaller targets or targets that are farther away. The fact that it comes with suppressor sights is also really nice. If you do want to kill the power on the optic and just run iron sights, you can do that right away, whereas if you milled out a stock 320 and put a red dot on top, you're not going to have any co-witness ability, or you're going to lose basically the entire functioning of your sights unless you install aftermarket suppressor height sights. So having the Sig Light suppressor height night sights on there makes it that much more versatile and usable for people regardless of what you're doing with the gun. Outstanding gun. This is going to tip in right around $1,000 depending on where you go, and I again think it's money well spent when you price out a stock 320 plus the slide mill plus the optic plus the suppressor sights. To get up to this package, you're going to be easily at that $1,000 mark. So out of the box, the fact that it's handed to you with everything you need, comes zeroed, fantastic. I think that the Sig 320 RX is definitely one to consider if you're in the market for a striker fired gun that's optics ready. This gun was given to us by Rob and Katie McNarley, just like the X5 and the Gray guns and the Mod 2 back in the day. So Rob and Katie McNarley from Tactiholics, to you guys, we deeply thank you for letting us play with your investments for a few weeks and kind of figure these things out. And they did it just because they support the channel so much that we can, they want us to have the opportunity to show these brand new guns to you guys. So we hope that you enjoyed the video. Definitely check out the Sig P320 RX and hit that subscribe button down below for weekly videos. We'll see you soon, and we never quit. So guys, after running and gunning with the Sig 320 X5 all day, I can say that hands down this gun is worth the money. The thing just rides low in your hand and fast. Particularly if you're a competition shooter, out of the box you don't have to touch this thing. We'll see you real soon, and we never quit.